So
Hey,
hi,
yes, hey everybody, welcome to the webinar. I would like to introduce our speaker for today. It's Mathumathy V. She's a labor and birth doula, and she's going to be talking to all you moms today. So over to you, Mathumathy. You can take it from here.
okay, thank you so much for inviting me, Mayura. And hello, mothers, and congratulations first of all for all of you. I think most of the mothers are in third trimester, and almost you have reached your birth time. So it is right time to talk about the labor and birth, and it is right time to prepare yourself for the labor and birth. Okay. So wherever you have doubt, you can save it for later. Let's discuss at the last. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So let me share the screen to show you the presentation. Mayura, can you make me to share the screen?
Okay, can you try now?
Many new
Yeah.
moms have joined now, so for all of them, we've just started.
So I hope all of you can see my screen in your computer. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about navigating labor and delivery with confidence. The confidence comes once you get to know what is going to happen and what you can possibly face during your labor and birth. Okay, so let's move to the next thing. So I hope most of most of us know about our own physiology, at least some of about some of the parts, some of the physiology of our own body. So the main thing is get to know about your physiology first, because it is very important to understand what is happening in your labor, okay, in each stage of labor. And also it is very helpful to be connected with your body and be connected with your baby in the womb. So that makes you to um, have a good idea on what is happening with you and what you can expect during your labor and birth. Okay. So I hope you can see the screen now. So can you see the pubic bone here in the front? Mayura, can you see my pointer, mouse pointer?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is pubic bone. So that is if I can show it in this model, I'm showing this part. This is your pelvic. I hope you all can see my screen as well. So this is the pelvic model. Okay. So this is literally your hip. Okay. So this is your pubic point. What I've shown in this picture, that is pubic bone, and within this everything is being accommodated, like your uterus, the vaginal. Okay, so the uterus is growing big till your ribs, literally till your ribs. So I think you can see it in the next picture how your uterus is grown till your ribs, and it has been, you can see the spine as well in the picture. Okay, so yes, so what you are seeing in the last thing is pockets, that is the bone, the spinal cord. So this is sacrum, and this is the tailbone, that is coccyx. Okay, so the coccyx and the pubic bone and the sit bones. Uh, I think all of you are sitting and listening to this conference, right? So I think you can feel your sit bones now as you're sitting on the bone, right? So the sit bones, pubic, and the coccyx. So all together being connected with so many muscles, and it forms one single name called the pelvic floor muscle. Okay, so the pelvic floor muscle is actually carrying your baby and your urinary bladder and your rectum as well. So it is doing a huge job during the pregnancy. Okay, So that is what you can see here. It has the red color, the pelvic floor muscles. It's been noted there. Yeah. Yeah. The sit bones, the back part of your pelvic and the front part of your pelvic all together being connected through a muscle called pelvic. Pelvic floor muscles. Okay. Yeah. So here you can see the bladder, which is being connected to urethra, through which you are going to urinate. You are urinating. And then next, this is uterus, and uterus connected to vagina. So through vagina, that is the vagina is the birth canal where your baby has to cross that birth canal and it has to be born. Okay. So then this is your bowel movement that is happening in the anus. Okay, so this is your general part of your physiology, like physical thing, okay, in your body. So in the next figure, I think you can see the next figure that is called a pregnant body, where you can see the baby and the placenta. Can you see the placenta here? Yeah, the placenta is nourishing your baby through the blood circulation from your body. Okay, so the placenta is being connected with cord, and that cord is being connected to your baby. So through which every what to say, all the nutrients being carried to your baby. Okay, so yes, and next, I think you can see the pelvic bone and the uterus. Can you see here? When you see the white part, that is your pelvic bone, and inside it is your uterus. So, which means once your baby is about 36 weeks, your baby's position should be cephalic to have a normal birth. Yeah. So, cephalic is head down position. Your baby has to be head down. The picture where you can see in the right corner is the head down position of your baby. Okay. So, then the uterus actually grows till the ribs and eventually drops down when your baby is getting into the pelvis. Okay. So the baby get into pelvis and it has to cross. This is the overall uterus which has been grown till the ribs, and once the baby is getting down into the pelvis, it actually your bum itself being get down a little bit, and you can sense that. Okay, even your doctor can say that. Okay, yeah. So, and I think you got an idea that your baby has to cross your pelvic bone, yes, to birth, yeah, to be born. Okay, so yes. I hope you got some idea about your physiology. Okay, so this is general figure of how your physiology is being connected with your pregnancy, labor, and birth. How the baby has to cross your pelvic floor muscle and the pelvic bone to be born. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into this points. So getting ready for labor. I think most of you are getting ready almost. Yes. So first point is preparing the mind. So preparing the mind means mind is the main culprit during the labor. Okay. So please be relaxed, calm, and confident during your labor. That is the only thing which is going to help you to progress your labor. Okay. So let me say what are all the things to do to make your mind calm. Okay. So the first point is you can note it down. So first point is doing meditation daily. Okay. So try to do meditation. If you are not attending any classes, at least try to do meditation in your home before just going before to your bed. Okay, you can lie down on your bed and daily you can meditate. Okay, so you can play some soothing music and you can meditate. Okay, that is the first thing which helps you to prepare your mind towards your labor and birth. And the second thing is saying affirmations daily to you. Okay, so it is very easy to think about the negative side of the labor and birth because everyone, so whomever you are asking about their own labor and birth, the first thing they say is what they were suffered. what they were suffered during their labor and birth. So that makes your mind to think, oh my God, I'm going to see I suffer a lot. That is the only thing you may get it when you get to know the birth stories from others. So it's time to affirm yourself that you're going to have a beautiful birth, okay, and you're going to have a progressive labor. Okay, you can keep on giving some affirmation to you. Okay, so that helps your mind to prepare for labor and birth. Okay, so the meditation and affirmation is very, very important. That plays a major role in preparing your mind. Okay. So how to prepare the next point is how to prepare yourself with these affirmations and meditation. So the only thing is getting to know about what is childbirth. Okay, so if you have a good knowledge, at least a basic knowledge, I say, okay, so the basic knowledge makes your what to say, makes your confidence level high. So that makes you to affirm, okay, pregnancy is not a disease. I'm just going to give birth to a beautiful human, and so that little baby has chosen me as a mother. I'm very, very, very blessed. Yes, you are all blessed. Your baby chosen you as a mother, as a parents. Okay, so these are all the positive things. These are all the natural things. Okay, you don't want to put your mind to the negative side. Take your mind to the positive side, and you can keep on preparing yourself. Okay, so get to know about childbirth, and you can get to know about childbirth through some childbirth education classes or through some prenatal classes. Okay, so get to know about the childbirth classes, and that makes your mind very, very calm, very, very confident, and that makes your mind to prepare for the labor and birth. Okay, I hope I have given you enough point to prepare your mind for labor and birth. That is, attending some classes to get to know the birth education. Okay, or at least you sit and read the books. There are a lot of books. Okay, the book says that the book explains about what is the birth means. Okay, you sit and read the books. If you don't have any time to sit and read the books, birth books, then you can attend the classes, childbirth classes. The confidence, then you can prepare your mind with affirmations and meditation. Okay, yeah. So next thing is preparing your body. So how to prepare the body for pregnancy? So it is actually you have to strengthen your body to withstand the labor. Okay, so keep doing the exercises. Okay, every pregnant mother can confidently start the prenatal exercises around 13th week, and they can continue till 40th week, till birth. Okay, they continue the exercises till birth. So the only provided condition is that should be non-risky pregnancy. If your doctor is warning about some risk that is there in your pregnancy, then it is always good to get the doctor's advice on doing the prenatal exercises. Okay, so preparing the body can happen in no risk pregnancy is that you have to keep doing the exercises. You have to strengthen your thighs, you have to strengthen your arms. Okay, so you don't want to disturb your tummy, abdomen with rigorous or vigorous exercises. Okay, but you can give some mild breathing exercises for your tummy. Okay, so you can strengthen your thighs, you can strengthen your arms, and you can concentrate of doing the breathing exercise for your tummy. So there are a lot more exercises that actually keeps on toning your body to make you ready for the labor. Okay, so yeah, so the pelvic has been, again, what I said is there is your pelvic floor muscle is not a single muscle. It is a combination of multiple muscles that's been connected from even the muscle gets into these holes yeah, crisscrossed muscles, and that being connected to the pelvis, because the pelvic is the main bone that makes you to walk. So if you move your leg in the front, some muscle has to hold the grip and some muscle has to make you to move in the front. Yeah. So the pelvic bone is very important, and it is very, flexible during the birth. Okay. So you have to increase the flexibility. You have to increase the hip mobility exercises. Okay. And you have to give some muscle oriented exercises in the pelvic bone, which makes you to be very painless pregnancy, because a lot of mothers nowadays, they are facing pelvic bone pain, pelvic griddle pain, and pubic pains. Okay, if the muscle is being and one of the main reason is the baby's position. If the baby's position is not good, then the mother may get some discomforts in the pelvic. That may also cause the pain. But apart from that, in general, if you are getting so many pains, it means your hip needs some mobility. Your hip needs some exercises. Your hip must get some flexibility and strength. Okay. So preparing the body is preparing your whole pelvic and the whole body. Okay. Through some exercises. Okay. Yeah. So next is preparing for life with baby, which means after the birth. So I hope through prenatal classes, we always get to we'll be getting ready by attending workshops like these, or you'll be getting ready by childbirth education classes, and all of a sudden, if you give birth, you will have no idea what next, right? So how to care, the initial care of the baby, and there are a lot of initial care should be given to the baby, because your baby was right into the womb in a safe place, in a very warm environment. Your baby was there for 9 months. So soon after your baby is born, you have to get to know about the initial care. What is golden heart? What is breast? What are the things, important things to go for breastfeeding, and what is skin to skin, and what is delayed cord clamping, or there are a lot more things to get prepared, okay, to have a peaceful postpartum with your baby. Okay. Yeah. And getting ready for labor, it includes preparing for life with baby. Okay. Yeah. So the next is labor. Let's talk in detail about labor, stages of labor, and comfort measures. Okay. So I think we had some poll in your group. Yeah. So many of the mothers have asked for what can my husband can do during my labor, right? So we have the answers for you. So I hope you got clear with whatever explanation I have given with this slide. Yes. So next, let's move to labor. So we are going to see in detail about labor. So the first thing is fetal positioning. So fetal positioning is very, 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 very important, because to progress, to have a progressive labor, your baby must be in a very good position into the pelvis. Okay. So I think you can see the picture in the right side. Yeah. So yes. So what is occiput means? Baby, back of baby's head. So this is the word called occiput. That is, with the word occiput only, the whole positioning has been explained here. Okay. So if your baby's head, back of your head, is in the front of your pelvis, okay, then your baby is in a very good optimal birthing position. That is OA. Okay, occiput anterior is very good in position for the baby to be born after a good labor and after a good labor. Okay, yeah. So there are other positions which is quite what to say. These positions we have to increase the baby to get into OA. If your baby is somewhere in any of these positions, that is ROA, LOA, ROT, ROP, OP, LOP, LOT, if your baby is any of these positions, it is always better to bring your baby to OA to have a peaceful labor. I mean, progressive, peaceful labor. Okay, because if your baby is transverse, which means your baby is literally lying down in this way. Head can be here or here, anywhere. That is called ROT and LOT. Okay, and your baby is literally lying down in your uterus. So, OP, ROP, all those, the red part is posterior baby, which means your baby's head is being facing your spine. Okay, so the one best part is your baby's back head should be facing your tummy, or your baby's face should be facing your spine. Okay, that is the optimal birthing position. Okay, so that is what we need. And if the mother is being warned with any of the other positions, it is always better to concentrate on how to bring your baby to OA. So there are some exercises, some positions to follow, to be followed during your sleep time, or there are some more. And if especially if the baby is in breech, there are some good exercises to bring your baby to cephalic. So anyhow, whatever we try, we can only try, but we can put all the effort from our side. So end of the day, your baby has to decide in which position your baby has to be. Okay. Yeah. So let's always affirm. Let's always meditate. Yeah, my baby is in a very good optimal position when I'm getting into the labor. Keep saying to yourself, affirm it, and then keep meditating, keep visualizing. That helps as well. Okay. So this is fetal positioning. I hope all the mothers got this point. Okay. The next thing is in labor, fetal positioning is important, and the next part is cervix effacing and dilating. Okay, so here I think you can see the baby's head in the picture in the left. Can you see the picture here in the left? So what you are seeing here is baby's head, and this is your uterus. And can you see a good cervix here? A too thick tissue or muscle, what you can say. Yeah, can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Two thick muscles is known to be cervix, which means that is the mouth of your uterus. Okay. So mouth of your uterus being plugged with mucus plug. Okay. So in entire pregnancy, what I can say is from the starting till the end, your cervix will be changing in its textures. Okay, so in early and second trimester, your cervix will be very, very hard. Okay, which means it is literally protecting your baby, and it has been avoiding any foreign body to enter into your uterus. Okay, so your baby is being protected through the hard and firm cervix during your early pregnancy days. And when you're about to 36 or from maybe 30, 32, 36 weeks, so your cervix becomes softer. Okay, so from hard to medium to soft, your cervix changes in its textures. Okay, yeah. And next you can see the mucus plug which has been connected with your cervix. It has been attached to your cervix. That may get released once your cervix is being effacing and dilating. Okay, so let me say what is meant by effacing first of all. So effacing means thinning of your cervix. Okay, you can see the good thick cervix there in the picture. That becomes very thin and thin. Okay, and later it starts opening. is what we every doctor says as 0 to 2 centimeter dilator, or 0 to, I mean, your dilation has happened for 10 centimeters and all. Okay. So the next thing is I think you can see the next picture. That is, your cervix mucus plug is being released, and your cervix is getting thinner, and also it has started opening. It has started opening. Okay, I hope you got this picture, and this is called cervix effacing and dilation. Okay. Yeah. So the next picture, next slide. Let's move to next slide. So I hope you got to know about the pelvic positioning. I mean, the position of fetus, that is your baby, and the cervix. And now let's see about pelvic. I'll explain it. Before going to this slide, let me explain with the pelvic bone. So if your baby is in the top or in anywhere here, before the baby's head is engaged, your baby is called to be uh, floating in the pelvis. Okay. So once your baby is getting into the pelvis, then that is called engaging. Okay. So once your baby is getting down from the pelvis, then that is called crowning. So we have three stages like floating, engaged, and crowning. So those stations will be, so this positions and these words can be called it as pelvic station. Okay. So those stations can be again separated or categorized in different ways, like -5 to 0, I mean -1, and 0 is engaged position, and +1 to +5 is crowning position. Okay. So yes. So if your baby is getting into the pelvis in the top, if your baby is in the top of the pelvis, then you may notice, like, your doctor may say that your baby's fetal position or pelvic station is -5, -4, anywhere between -5 and -1. Okay. So once your baby's head is being fixed, once your baby's head is being fixed in the brim of your pelvic bone, then the baby is being called as engaged, fixed. Your baby's head is fixed. Your doctor will say your baby's head is fixed. So once your baby's head is fixed, then your baby can only crown. Your baby cannot float. As your baby's head is fixed, it has to crown little by little, and it has to come out of your pelvis. So yeah, that is pelvis position, pelvic station. Okay. So let me say the Bishop score. Okay. So, can you find anything like can you find the meanings, or can you understand what is being written here? So can you see here? So this is cervix score, and cervix means the cervix position, cervix consistency, cervix effacement, and cervix dilation. Okay, the score is 0, 1, 2, 3. Yes. One thing is pelvic station. So here the pelvic station is -3, -2, -1, +1, and +2. You got it? Okay. So if your cervix, let me come to the end. That is the score is 3. If we say that the score, you can see the cervix is in anterior. The cervix consistency is soft, and the cervix effacement is 80 plus, and the cervix dilation is 5 centimeters plus. Okay, and the pelvic station is +1 and +2. I think you got it. You got the information, because we all discussed about the cervix and pelvic station just before the slide. Okay, so here what they meant is, if your Bishop score is 3, then that is the right time to push or birth your baby. You will have some urge to push your baby out. Okay, so let's see the score of 2. So if your score is 2, the position is anterior. Yes, your posterior cervix is being moved to the anterior way. Okay, your cervix is being moved. Like if this is this, you can consider this my hands as cervix. Okay, the cervix is being facing your spine. Now, this is your spine. You can make it as spine. Okay, the cervix is moving from posterior to middle and to the anterior. Okay, so the score of 2 is position is anterior and your cervix has become soft. Okay, and your effacement is almost 60 to 70%. It's been thinned. Okay, the thinning phase is called effacing, right? I got you know that. And the next is dilation, that is 3 to 4 centimeters. Okay, so dilation is nothing but opening of your cervix. And now your pelvic station is -1, which means your baby is yet to get engaged in the pelvis. So getting engaged in the pelvis is called 0. So here it is known to be -1, which means your score is just 2 and you're yet to go into the labor and somewhat contractions to push your baby out. Okay. So which means I think from this chart, I think you can get some idea like cervix dilation and pelvic station doesn't happen. Like there is no condition like if the cervix is 10 centimeter dilated, your baby must be in +3 station. There is no condition like that. You might have been opened well, like your cervix might have been open to 10 centimeters, but still your baby can be high in the pelvis, which means you may not get urge to push soon after 10 centimeter dilation. So please wait till you have some urge to push your baby out. Okay, that makes you to push well with some good energy, and also your baby will not get into the stress if you're pushing when you don't have the feel of urge. Feel of push. Okay, I think you got it. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me in a few minutes. Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Mathumathy. Like, just it might sound silly, but generally in layman's language, like our day-to-day lingo, what we use. So, what we discuss right now is basically like what we mention as the water broke, right?
Yeah.
So,
No.
sorry.
So there is no condition for like your water may broke in any time of the labor, in any time of this
Okay.
positions. Okay. So we cannot say even the baby. There are only few percentage of baby can birth fully with the whole amniotic sac. That is when you call baby.
Okay.
Okay. There is no connection between the cervix dilation, pelvic station, and the water broke.
Okay. So they are different things. Okay.
So each may get the different experience.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have doubts, again you can ask me.
Mathumathy, in the chat, Saranya has asked like why people now choose water birth.
Oh, great. That's a good question. So should I complete this slide or shall I start answering the question?
However, it is comfortable.
Yeah, we can maybe finish and then you can take all the questions together.
Okay, fine. So a few more minutes. Let me explain that. So these are the things like early labor. So when you're in early labor, try to take some rest. Okay. So that is 0 to 5 centimeters. Okay. And active labor means 6 to 8 centimeters, where you can move. It is very important to move in your labor because to cope up your pain, your swaying your hip helps you to cope up with your pain. Swaying your hip helps a lot. Okay. So in early labor, it is better to take rest, and in the active labor, you can move. Keep moving, and always it is better to listen to your body. If your body is saying rest, please go get some rest. If your body is very energetic and if your body is allowing you to move, then move during your labor. Okay, that's simple. So next is transition phase, that is 8 to 10 centimeter, where mother needs really a good support here. So that support can be given by birth partners, that is husband, doula, nurses around. Okay, so around that time, your care provider also will be there with you. So during after 10 centimeter, if the baby is into the pelvis and it has been crowning, then you will feel the urge to push your baby out. So that is pushing stage. And the last part is recovery phase. That is where after the birth of the baby, you will have again contractions, but you may not feel it because your baby is in your hands and you feel lot of oxytocin flowing inside your body. So you don't feel the contractions much. But there will be a very good contraction to release the placenta from your uterus. Okay, so that is birthing of placenta, which we may not, you don't want to worry about because your baby is in your hands, you will have a good oxytocin. Okay, so to have peaceful labor, there are some important things like relaxing yourself, being in rhythm, in whatever you are following with the movement or with anything what you are doing, even if you're lying down, try to have a rhythmic breathing, a good inhale and good exhale. That calms your mind, that calms your body, that relaxes your body, and that helps your body to do its work without interruption. So your mind is the main culprit. I think you are remembering my words. So if you are putting a lot of confusions and what to say, the fear, again it is disturbing your body's process. Okay, so please be very peaceful and very calm and very relaxed, and be rhythmic in your labor. Like have a good rhythmic breathing and rituals. You follow some rituals. You find what actually makes you to be relaxed. That you can find during the pregnancy days. Is that is listening to the music making you to be very relaxed? Is dancing is helping you? Is being a very is praying your God or chanting or anything, whichever makes you to be very confident and relaxed, you follow that ritual. Okay, if you want any support from your husband, you can make those things and you can discuss. As a couple, you can discuss in the pregnancy days, not on during labor. You cannot discuss with your husband. So it is better to discuss with your husband what you are expecting, what you want, what actually makes you very relaxed and calm. So that discussion helps you to put all those things in the labor time. Okay. So yes, so follow some rhythm and follow the rituals. Okay, what makes you to be calm? Find it during your pregnancy days itself. Okay, and diverting your mind is again music, dance, reading. Reading may not work because you have to be very concentrated, but you can do some hypnotic relaxation as well. Okay, and always breathe, and breathe. That also breathe. So whatever you're doing, you can do or you may not do, like the exercises in meditation or anything. But the only thing what you can do is breathe. So if you're not at all ready to do anything, please be calm and keep breathing. That itself make you to the labor and birth. Okay. The next is relaxation and roaring. So roaring is nothing but a lion roaring thing, because during pushing stage, you have to roar, which means if you are roaring, that actually brings all the stress out of your body and your jaws become softer and relaxed and your shoulders become softer and relaxed when you are roaring. Okay, or if you can even do some pulse lips kind of breathing or any breathing that makes you to relax your jaws. It's like inhale, exhale. So that also makes you to relax your jaws. That relaxation helps you to relax your lower part, that is your pelvic floor. If you are tightening your body, definitely in the pelvic floor also there will be some tightness and stress. So don't do that. So labor and birth. So father can be a best birth partner. Father's role is very, very important. And because that creates a special bond between the baby and the father. Soon after the birth, he can give skin to skin. If the mother is very busy with some after uh, procedures, medical procedures, if the mother is busy, the father can take care of the baby and give skin to skin. Okay, and father can do a lot of massages during the labor when the mother is in very bad discomfort. Okay, so some spine massages, some shoulder massages, all that helps a lot for the mother. So that is the answer for the mothers who are asking what my husband can do in labor. So the main answer is your partner can motivate you by saying positive words. You have gone this much. Only you have a few more contractions to cross. Your partner can encourage you. Your partner can say you're doing good. You just breathe. That is enough. Your partner can hold your hands. The touch itself a great support. Even if your partner is very scared to talk with you at that time, but his touch and his presence will make you strong. Okay, so father can touch, can hold the arms, can do some massages in thighs, in back, in the lower back, in your feet, all the foot. Some points are there in the foot, so that helps the mother to get relaxed well. Okay, yeah. So the father can do all the support during the labor. So all this support from the father, then the mother can have a calm and relaxed breathing. I mean, breathing and the calm and relaxed mind. So that helps mother to have a progressive labor. Okay. So what makes the mother and father to be very cool and confident during the labor is childbirth knowledge. Pain. That this is a very vast topic. What is pain? So pain. If I say it in few words, so if you think, is it? I mean, can you say is it real? So any mother is ready to answer here. Okay. So pain is real, and some pain are imaginary. Do you believe in that? So, if you are saying that if you imagine the pain, you may feel it. And if you have any injury in your body, and if you feel that, oh, it's paining, it's paining, it's paining, if you keep on saying that, definitely you will feel the intense of the pain. Okay, so for example, if you have a small cut in your hand, okay, you are very much worried and it is paining. You can feel that pain because you are seeing to that pain. You are seeing that the next guest and lovely guest whom you most. Okay, so after the guest has come, you will forget everything. Okay, you will forget your pain and you will keep on giving some hospitality to that guest. Yes, which means you were sitting and looking at that wound, so that was very painful. The same wound is being there and someone have come, you have diverted the mind and you couldn't feel the pain. Yeah, so now you got the point. So here, when you are in the labor, you can divert the mind by playing some music or being some any relaxation meditation, or you can uh, crack some jokes with your partner. Okay, be laughing. So all that makes you to manage your pain. Okay. So is it necessary? Yes, it is necessary because All of a sudden, if you get the baby down, what would you do? It's a very weird thing, right? So the pain is a very good indication. It is giving indication that where your body is at this time, at that particular time. Okay. So see, if you have some internal pain, like you are not seeing the wound, but you have some headache or something, which means it is saying that your head is being into some discomfort, right? Which means you have to take a lot of water. You have to think, okay, what made me to have into this headache? So that gives you the answer. Okay, if you are being dehydrated, if you are not taken any water in the whole day, like very little water, you might be feeling headache at the end of the day. Then you can say, yeah, I didn't drink some enough water. That made me to have this headache. So the pain is indicating you what is wrong with your body, what is wrong with your part of your body. Okay, so that gives you the exact solution that you can search for it, or you can get the answer from your own body itself by analyzing what you have done so far. Okay, the same. If you are having a labor pain, which means it is a very good indication, yes, you are into some stage of labor. Either it could be early labor, active labor, or anywhere in transition. And you are having some urge. The urge is a kind of some discomfort in the pelvic. You are having some little pain or urge, not little pain, okay. So the pain and some urge to push. So that is the very good indication that you are going to push your baby out. So the pain is necessary and it cannot be avoided, but it can be managed. It can be coped up. So can everyone manage the pain? Yes, everyone can manage the pain if they are enough knowledge about what is happening around them. Okay, and everyone can manage the pain if they know how to manage it, if they have practiced it during the pregnancy days, if they have practiced it somewhere in any part of their life, like getting into deep relaxation, getting into any mind diverting things like music and dance. So all that helps you to manage the pain. And also massages. So massages helps a lot. That is why I asked the birth partners to massage, because massaging makes the pleasure signal to the brain, and it dominates that, because it dominates the pain signal. So that helps you to manage the pain. Okay. Yeah. Again, this is a vast topic, but I think I have given you the direction and how to face the pain. Right. Yeah, it's time for questions. Definitely about labor and birth, we cannot complete it in a single hour. Okay, because there are a lot of information. But I think I have given you the outline of to face your labor and birth. Yeah. Thank you. So let's move to the questions. So here it's very real. Yeah, some of you said yes, it's real. And some of the pain is natural. Yeah. So let me answer the first question. Why people now choose water birth? So there are some good benefits about the water birth, because so I can say, like when your body is very aching, like after any heavy workout or after heavy day, if your body is very tired, if you get to have a good warm bathing, then you feel very refreshed, right? The same, if in your labor, your body is going through a lot of discomforts. So if you are in the warm water, that makes you to cope up the pain, cope up the labor pain. Okay, so anyhow, the water birth will have the warm water in the tub, so they can immerse themselves in the water, in the warm water. That makes them to um, have at least some manageable labor pain. Okay. Yeah. So that is the question. That is the answer I can say. And also there are a lot more things, but uh, in very few places they are allowing us to birth the baby in the water. But you can manage your labor in the water. Okay, you can be in your labor time, in the whole labor, you can be in your water tub. But birthing is not allowed in many places. But birthing in the water is also beneficial. It's a beautiful transformation from the womb world to this world to the water. So that is again a vast topic. Okay. So again, next let's move to mom's aspect. How we can know it's our early labor stage. So if your contraction is if your contractions interval is very what to say long. So if it is half an hour once, 1 hour once, or even 2 hours once, and if it is regular, for every 2 hours if you're getting a contraction, for every 1 hour if you're getting a contraction, or for every 30 minutes if you're getting a contraction for a few seconds, okay, then it means you're in labor. You're in early labor. Okay, so you can spend early labor in your home itself, at your home itself, if you're getting natural contractions in your later pregnancy. I mean, after 38 weeks. Okay, so before 38 weeks, if you're getting the contractions, please go to the hospital. Okay, so after 38 weeks, if you're getting some natural contractions at your home, then you can wait like for the contractions to progress. Like if the contraction is being reduced from 1 hour interval to 30 minutes, then 30 minutes to 15 minutes, then it is time to move to your hospital. And yeah. Yes, I'm very real. How does the birthing stage look like in C-section in comparison to vaginally birth? Birthing stage? I couldn't get you actually. How is timing of contraction done? So the timing of contraction, anyhow your body says that. Either you can note it down or you can just leave it over. Anyhow, if you're getting some pain for every 30 minutes, automatically your mind get registered with that. Okay. So either you can note it down, but please don't wait for the next contraction. That makes you stress. You don't wait for the next contraction. You can time in your mobile phone. There are a lot of apps here to time in the contraction. And also you can time, you can write it, or your birth partner can write it. You don't want to put your mind into that contraction timings. Okay, your husband can do that. Okay. Yeah. And how does the birthing stage look like for C-section? What you are actually saying, I couldn't get you. A 10 centimeter dilation we need to push. So how to check dilation? So okay, checking dilation will be done by your doctor during your labor through pelvic checks. Okay, PVs. Okay, they will be measuring it with 2 fingers with this way. If it is 1 finger, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. So if there are fingers being measured, like your cervix is being measured as 10 centimeters, then you need no need to push. If you feel the urge to push, you push away. Okay. Yeah. So when you feel the urge to push is when you're 10 centimeter dilated and when your baby is around some plus stations, +1, +2, +3 stations. You have the urge to push. How does contractions feels like back pain? Yes, yes. So the contractions feels like menstrual cramps at starting in the early stage of labor. You will have some kind of menstrual cramps in your abdomen, or some mother may have back labor, or the labor pain will be always in the back, the lower back, or some mother may experience the pain in the abdomen, the front part. Okay, throughout the back and the front. So some mothers pain will be radiating from the back to the front. So yes, and yeah, tummy tightening, period cramps. Yes, I think you have answered all the questions for your own question itself. So it's a period. It will feel like a period cramp. So there should be kind of a tummy tightening and releasing kind of feel you have, and some labor may have a bad back pain. Okay, that radiates to the front as well. Yeah. Anything else? You go. Is it okay to have period cramps during end of 36 weeks? And see whether it is regular, or is it coming in somewhere, some certain point in a interval, in some certain intervals. Okay, so try to guess what it is, because some muscle cramps may indicate as dehydration as well. Make sure you are hydrated enough, and also in the end of 36 week means if it is very regular, then it is time to check with your doctor. Okay. Yeah. So what is false labor? So what I mentioned that early labor is you are getting some contractions in regular intervals. Okay. In regular intervals, you will be having some contractions for a few seconds, and that may last 1 minute in the active labor. Okay. So the contraction intensity and also the interval will be increasing in the early and active, the progression of your labor. Okay. So if the labor is being not regular, if you are having sometimes you're having the feel of cramps and sometimes you're not at all having it, and if the total labor is very irregular, and if you feel it and suddenly it fades off, it gets fade out. Okay, so that those labors are known to be false labor, Braxton cakes. Okay.
More questions, we can wind this up. Thank you so much, Mathumathy, for coming and sharing this. It is absolutely very essential information, and trust me, like when I gave birth, I am already a mother. So when I gave birth, I had no idea about anything. I was clueless. I had a normal delivery and I had no idea of what is dilatation, none of this. So it's great that we already have told this to the moms now, and they know what to kind of look forward to. So yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayura.
Thank you to everyone who joined us today.
Thank you, Mayura. Thank you, team.
Thank you.
Anisha. Thank you, Navneet from Chandigarh. Thank you for introducing you. So thank you, Drishya. Happy to know that it has built you confidence. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.